we work with our family, but a lot of people are like, I will not hire family, I will not hire cousins, I will not hire.
Because in general, it doesn't work in general, but it does work in.
But
some
why doesn't
cases.
it work?
Because I think what they need to do is go out first, maybe learn from, to see how it is with other companies. See, if they start off working just for your company, my company, our company, they don't know really the work ethic. They just know how dad would like it or mom. So it's not truly.
Do you think
business.
they act like the child at
Yes,
home
yes.
in the workplace?
You get that. That's exactly what they're
Yeah.
doing. So what they should do is before they even work for mom and dad, they should go see the grass on the other side and see how it's being done in the other companies. Have their experience, get fired, maybe be successful, and hopefully that's what's going to happen, and then bring that success back to work. But if they never had that experience, and the only experience was coming out of the playroom, and then now this is your other playroom, what are they going to really learn? Sometimes they need that. Sometimes we have to kick them out on purpose, so they go
being
get
Italian,
this.
we hired a lot of our families, and believe me, I wanted to start drinking whole grain by itself without the lemon in it.
Yeah.
Because it was tough, because they would work 2 days, then they come in and they're like, oh, well, I have to go to a festival. And you're like, well, okay, you don't have any time off, but all right. Then they come back from the festival, then they want to take a few more days because they partied so hard. They got to. It's kind of like they take more advantage because it's family. They think they can get away with it more. Where you and I have held them accountable. The way we treat our other employees, which is fantastic, is the way we treat our family. But we had to let them know. And sometimes we had to fire them. Because it's like, wait a minute, there's no special privilege for you.
No, there should be. I'm going to tell you, I truly, truly believe that, let's say they don't go work for someone else. If they want to work for your company, they have to master all. I'm old school, and I'm not just going to put you in a position of power and overseeing people, because you've never overseen people before. So how can you be in that position? So I would rather have my child work facilities. Start off with that. Not because it's the bottom line or anything. No, that is very important. You can't run a company without your facilities in operation. But learn and work aside with that person and learn how to do distribution, ordering, all that stuff. That's important. Ordering and distribution.
And there is a lot of regulations in our company run by the federal government, the DOE.
Oh my God! Well, we're going to get to that. Well, that's that. Master that. Like you have hired a person and say, you know what? You're good in that because I know there's another person who can do it. I'm going to move you to another position.
I know some family businesses, what they do is they want to make their child a quick CEO, or they want to make them the CEO.
Big mistake.
They want to put them on the top. With our kids, I know what we did. We said, you're starting behind the front desk as a receptionist.
Yes.
Then when you master that, then we're going to move you to this office, then we're going to move you to this office, then we're going to move you here. Because you have to get a well balance of everything. Nothing is given to you.
No. When we don't know truly how to inspect, yes, we're the director, the owner, whatever, but we have to understand every single department, because that person's just going to tell you what you want to hear. But when you go pry into it, and when we're working with education and federal government and everything, it is such a serious game. This is not a joke.
They'll take your accreditation away, and
No, so you can't have just family come in. So yes, I want to make you a CEO, a director, but I want you to show me that you can oversee every single department. Even though you're not doing it, do you understand it? Can you tell me what the rules and regulations are? So that's what the big.
Do you know how to
mistake
treat
is.
people? Do you know how to
treat
your employees? Make sure that they treat them well, because some people, they just want the title. Even in family, they just want the title and the entitlement, but they don't want to do the work for it.
And there's a big difference in telling people what to do, and this is what I expect. I get it, but are you there teaching them? Because that's why you should know their job. And if you want respect, if you want people to look up, once they know that you know their job, you got their full attention. If they think you're my superior, you don't know what I'm doing in my office, they'll tell you anything just to make you happy, make you walk away.
The pro is that you're leaving your legacy behind, and you're giving them something to inherit and keep working at. You're just not handing it to them.
No, and that would be a mistake, because if we did that, at the end, what have we taught them? They're not going to be able. I could give you $1 million, but if you have no knowledge of how to keep that money and to make it grow a little bit, you're just going to dwindle it, and you're going to lose it all. and then
Why don't you give me $1 million?
more.
I can show you how I can treat it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
in
you
a
know.
few days, we can all go through money easy. Money comes and it goes. Sometimes it goes faster than you get it before you even get
Let's
it.
look
It's
at the
already been
pandemic,
promised.
or even we're in a mild recession. It's going to get worse, but even during the pandemic, we're just starting to take off. We're just starting to do good. We just opened our second location together.
Shut down.
And we were shut down, and we had to put our house up for mortgage.
Everything.
That money
We had to take
disappeared
loans or
because we
close.
want to pay the employees too. We want to take care of people, but we also had our bills, so we had to mortgage everything we got, and we didn't have a lot because we were starting out.
While we were forced to close between both schools, we were paying out over $60,000 a month, and we were not bringing in money.
That was just payroll.
No, that's just the rent, not counting utilities or payroll.
So 60 was just the rent, and then you had payroll.
On top of that, so you have another 100,000. So
And the
now,
rent, they didn't give you any.
Now you have
relief from.
160, and all the utility, everything. So we still kept dishing out almost a couple $100,000
So
a month.
we still had to pay people, which we were happy we were able to do that because they need to live
Thank
too.
God for the employee retention. It's not the answer, but it's a help.
It helped a little bit
Later,
but
but-
we still had to use some of our personal money to keep them going. But we also, when it came to the lease, and they shut down the malls, which were located in some malls,
We still had to pay.
we still had to pay. There was no forgiveness.
No.
They wanted their money.
Not
They
from the
wanted their
landlords.
insurance. They wanted their taxes. They didn't care. And if you didn't pay, they were going to kick you out.
In fact, that's why I put up everything, and so did you, because we had to stay. In fact, we had some schools that closed around us, and we did a teach out for them. But what we did is we believed in the system. We believed that we're going to be, because we're fighters, we're Italians,
Yeah.
and even Americans. Everybody, we're
Yeah.
Americans. We're from Italy, but we're Americans.
Oh.
But we're fighters. We're fighters. We're not going to let something win over us.
And I think that,
so we went out
that
on
goes
the limb.
in every culture. There's a lot of fighters.
Oh, yeah.
Even Italians. There's lazy and there's worker bees. And
Yeah.
that's with every culture.
You're right.
But